Hey, what's up guys, it's Noah here, and I'm going to do a Draw My Life paint version, and it sort of seems like everyone's been doing this, so let's get into it. And this is just going to be a little bit of story about my life, how I came to be, and everything really about me. So, it started off when I was in the Toronto hospital in Canada. I was born on July 19th, 1997, and yes, that's right, I'm not that old, I'm only about 15, almost 16, and I popped right out of my mom's vagina, and my dad was there and my aunt Tina, and that's basically that. When I was going to be brought home to the hospital, my dad actually had to put down his dog that he had at the time because it was a big dog, I forget what type, and it liked to bite a lot, and there's no way that they could let me live there and have that, so that was kind of a sad time for my dad. When I was just a few months old, we had to leave our condo in Mississauga, and we moved around an hour away from there. I don't want to say where exactly, but we moved to Noahville. We'll call it Noahville, around an hour away, and that's where I still live today. A few months after I left Mississauga, my grandparents, they wanted to move down to Noahville to be closer to me and my family, and they actually moved in with us, so that was pretty cool. One very strong memory I have of my childhood was with my grandpa, and I remember we just drew boats, just sat there for like an hour, and like every Saturday, and just drew different types of boats, like sailboats, speedboats, just different type of boats, which was I don't know, kind of weird because I didn't really boat all that often when I was that old, but that's what we like to do. I then quickly begged my parents after seeing my friends have dogs for a dog. I really wanted one, and we ended up getting one. His name was Fluffy. About a year actually after my grandparents moved in, they finally had their house built and they moved out into their old house. It felt a little weird, but we had a little more room around our house, and that's where they still live today. Somewhere along the line of this, I started going to my school, which I went through elementary school, which if you don't know where I am, it was kindergarten, junior, senior, and up to grade 8. I went to the school, and I met a lot of my longtime friends there that I'm still friends with today, yeah. Fast forward to grade 7 or 8, I was in one of those, like, you know, not really a relationship, one of the things where you just hug in public and stuff with this girl, and basically I remember this specifically because it was the cheesiest way you could ever dump her. I didn't want to date her anymore, and I basically told her, I said, I know you like this random guy. I just made up a name off the top of my head, and when walking away in the hallway, she was like, what are you talking about? I just did the peace sign, and I just walked away. I remember that. It was like, at the time I thought I was a badass, really. I was kind of being a douche, but yeah, I remember that pretty specifically. Also, along all of elementary school, I met some of my closest friends, some of them not too close with anymore, but it was Chris, Cole, and Marco. Those are their real names, and you know, I was really close friends with them. We hung out like every weekend, all the time, playing Xbox, specifically like Halo 3, Modern Warfare 2, maybe World of War, and it was a lot of fun, and we also did some basketball and stuff from time to time, but that was like some of the funnest times I've had with those guys, and some of them I'm not too good friends with anymore, but they were still good friends with them back then. Now at the end of grade 8, I saw YouTube. I found out I've been watching gameplays for a while, and I saw X-Jaws. I was like one of his biggest fanboys, and then I saw Palmerator, and I'm like, I want to do this, so I made my YouTube channel. Summer before I started high school, me, Cole, and my dad went on a road trip about halfway across Canada to Nova Scotia from Ontario. So not halfway, but you know, a good couple days of driving. And I remember that specifically. It was a lot of driving, you know, a lot of fun, and yeah, just me, my dad, and my friend. About a week after we got back from Nova Scotia, we had to put my dog Fluffy down, which I was really close to this dog. I really am close to my dog now, and you know, it was one of the saddest times in my life because I didn't have a lot of loss in my life, and putting down one of my best friends, my dog, was really, really sad. Shortly after we had to put Fluffy down, we got a new dog, and his name was Bear. He helped me cope with the loss of Fluffy and sort of filled that void in my life. And yeah, I love Bear to death, and he's a really, really good doggy. I now started high school in grade 9, meeting up with people that left my school early on from elementary school, meeting up with new people, and just the total freedom compared to elementary school was awesome. And it was one of the best years, well, it was the best year of school. All throughout grade 9 though, I hid YouTube. I thought it would be seen as nerdy, seen as something like people would make fun of, and I really was too scared, more scared than I should have been of people making fun of me. I just didn't want anyone to know about YouTube, and except my close friends that knew about it when I started it, and I kept that secret pretty well. The first day of grade 10 after summer, I remember people found out, they knew about it, they said, "Dude, you do YouTube," and everyone really didn't have a problem with it. They thought it was pretty cool that, you know, I made something that people do anyway, play video games, and I could make it my part-time job. And the stupid thing is, if I didn't make money off of this, I think people would think it's really gay and nerdy, but I would do it if I didn't make money off it. I love it, and I have a passion for it, and yeah, so that's that. I then got to go to PAX East and meet up with Dr. PlayStation and Palm Raider, some of my best online friends, and it was really cool to meet with them. At first it was a little awkward, but then it felt like I've known them for years, because I basically have. I honestly think I put a little too much effort into YouTube because I let other things slide, like my social life and like my grades. I have horrible grades, and I really need to step that up, but for now my grades are just very bad. I'm barely passing my classes, and I've been really sick lately. I missed almost a month of school because of how sick I got, and that's due to me having asthma and me not knowing it, and me not getting the right medication. And I had asthma attacks basically every night for about a month. That's when I was missing school, waking up, not being able to breathe, throwing up, having to basically go to the hospital, and it was a really dark time in my life, and it was actually about a month ago. During that time of me being very sick and having sort of a sad time thinking about how bad my grades are in my life, and YouTube really helped me sort of strive through that, and it is helping me strive through that. It's the most positive thing in my life, you know, seeing comments, posting, getting all the feedback, the channel growth. It's just the most positive thing in my life right now, and I love it to death. So I want to thank you guys so much for honestly changing my life, giving me a passion and something I love to do, and making it so I can justify the time on it. And I really want to thank you guys for that. I know this isn't the saddest drama life that you see on YouTube, everyone's doing it now, but this is my life, and I know I'm only 15, I still have a lot left in my life, but I wanted to let you guys know a little bit more about me. So thank you guys so much for the change in my life, and thanks. Hope you guys have a great day.